The Los Angeles Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the UCF Knights, taking on the 10th ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Trojans will kick it away to start. Fair catch called for and made. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They'll throw it on first down. He finds his man, and he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. It's complete to the right. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Finds his man down the middle. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop it. Here's why this was so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Knights!
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. First down for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Zings it complete to the right. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these. A big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heismans.
The Trojans are on the move. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Caught behind the line. It's Asher. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Loss of 3. Second down coming up.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. He's got it on the right.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Out of the gun, they give to the back. Relying on that running game as they threaten to pick up a 4 down to the 13.
Let it bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The Knights get enough for the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Oh, picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick 6. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick 6 if you're on offense.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. They'll throw again after the incompletion. They're trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Line gets set, 1st down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Still looking on the move. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, UCF 7, USC 3.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. And he's wrestled to the ground.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down.
Bug, meat, windshield. Ouch. You cannot make a living as a quarterback taking those kind of hits. Nice job scrambling, getting the 1st down. Let's not do too many more of those.
They'll leave it with him. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Got his man on the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO. Not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
From the gun, the ground game. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They got a 1st and 10. The running back has it.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Using the quick game. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working to see if they can pull it off again here.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The pull and throw off the RPO. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Getting some heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in the last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
After the missed connection, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one. He makes a catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The aerial assault continues. Trying to get to him. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for a huge play. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
He's going to pass on second down. Makes the grab. It's Burkett. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his second interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Shoots it to the left. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Knights!
UCF, number 4.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Just about set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's going to pass. Now adjusting. He throws back across and into the defense. A dangerous play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're just about ready to kick it away.
Set to kick it away.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking. Very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
After the misfire, it's second down. To the air, it's Avery. Fires one high and deep. Fires and picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They'll give it to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough to get an attack.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Fast motion from the offense. On second down, they'll take to the air. Going deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after him. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Knights will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Offense getting set for first down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Not much of a decision to make there. The defense will move them back. The offense set for a first down play. To the air, it's Avery. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
It's now.
You know, it's difficult for QB sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Throws for the tight end. And the pass hits, picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Pocket starts to collapse. Setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen. But he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
The #1 goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
The run from the shotgun. The Knights get the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Dances away. Looking for the end zone. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Have you ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what? I'm open, throw me the ball, throw my hand in the air. You know what? That pick, it goes on the quarterback stats, not the receivers.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Avery. Got his man quickly. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
Really nice pass right there. This guy's got a lot to live up to. So much pressure when you think about playing quarterback for the Trojans. Heisman winners, guys like Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, Caleb Williams. There's a lot of people watching this guy hoping he can be the next great one at USC. When you see throws like that, he gives you the hope that maybe, you know what, he might just be.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 2nd down, he'll fire. got the quick pass. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Oh, look out! And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, USC! Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity?
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
The defense has had some bad stuff happen to them today, but one bright spot for them has been the pass rush. They've shown the ability to get after the opposing quarterback.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Hauls it in. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around to make it an easy pass and catch.
Makes a man miss. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the back. Keeps the legs moving. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him. And in turn, you see he breaks tackles and makes big plays.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the move. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Perhaps their punter is injured. Perhaps they don't like to punt. Perhaps they hold an inherent bias against kicking the ball to the other team. Whatever the reason, they'll go for it on 4th and a country mile. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown, Trojans! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, UCF 21.
The kickoff team out there getting set. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. He'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Quick completion on the out. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a 1st down.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Going up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Fires to the wideout. Got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, UCF! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Fair catch called for and made. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Back to throw, it's Avery. Fires to the middle. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Just a small return, but a big play as they have. .45. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. He looks that one in nicely. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Power football with the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, blowing up, stuffing the run.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He caught it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Knights trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The give. Touchdown Knights! And they take it in for 6 more points. Ready to try the point after. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
UCF.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
18.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting lately.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? The coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're trying to get to it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Little touch pass to the receiver. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Firing to the right, complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with the first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Tuna. Looking for a man. It's Avery. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd down, going up top. He rifles one deep down the right side. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal! He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.